the Batrider now, and maybe this is the answer to the Spectre. Try and put that pressure on early.
If this was Team Liquid, I would assume they will pick Viper, because once you break Spectre, she becomes pretty useless. Like, her Desolate does not work, her other skill does not work, and Storm Spirit, this is what VP ran today. Storm Spirit has so much attack speed with that Draw Ranger aura. It kind of becomes a heavy right clicker.
Yeah, and it sort of gives him that sort of bonus to even jungling. The attack speed still can be pretty nice. It's a good thing. I also think that in general, it's one of the kind of... I remember back when Spectre was getting picked a lot, people were sometimes taking Storm Spirit as an answer to Spec, because you basically had an offlaner that could set up a stun, and then Storm Spirit would come in and blow up Spectre before Spectre got super tanky.
And with these two heroes, Fnatic has global presence on the map. With just one initiation, any kind, they could easily set up kills.
Yeah. Maybe with like a Nyx or something like that, but that's already been banned out first phase. Huh. Lots of other possibilities. Maybe you can just go for like some random stun.
Random stun, just...
Yeah, man. Any stun. I don't care.
Something like an alchemist, so he can stun himself. That's a random stun.
That's true. That's a pretty random stun.
10 seconds.
The Pango gets banned out now, and the ABBA.
5 seconds.
I'm feeling like this OG draft already kind of... It feels like if you're picking two separate heroes to sort of try and counter out the Draw Ranger, you're getting a lot of value out of that first pick already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Depends where they want to play. Batrider still can be played as position 4, can be also played as position 3. Might even put him on a mid lane.
What else could you go with that? Could you go like a tiny position 4? Or I guess it could also just be a position 4 Batrider, depending on how they want to play it. Maybe you take something here that helps to keep that Spectre alive. You could go like Warlock. Oh.
Alright, this is the hero that I think eHome were running during Dota Pit Minor quite a lot, and that got banned also a lot of the times.
Yeah. I think I don't really like Dark Willow that much. How do you feel about it?
I'm a big fan, man. The first thing when I came home is I started spamming Dark Willow.
Really?
Yeah, this hero is so good right now. I mean, you can easily rotate. You have a hero that scales so well. He also set up very easy kills, especially with the Spectre and Nature's Prophet, just by putting a stun on one of the heroes.
Yeah.
The one thing that blew my mind is the amount of the damage that Bedlam deals. It's 1200 damage level 1. That's just insane.
I guess that's if you can stay on top of somebody, which you probably can.
I guess I forgot about how much damage it deals because Dark Willow was not that popular. The only team that played Dark Willow was pretty much EG.
Right. Well, and it feels like that type of hero that you really do need a specialist on. What about this Nature's Prophet, though? Do you think that this is a hero that's going to be played in the position 3 role again? Do you like this more on like a jabs? What are you feeling for the NP?
Well, this is the beauty of NP. You don't have to actually show anything.
Whoa.
Because it's a very versatile pick. And Grimstroke.
Huh.
Double lasso combo. Also, this could be a lane for them. Grimstroke and the Batrider. You pop Inkswell on a Batrider, he goes on top. And this is the hero that people love to pick when there's Doom on the enemy team, because basically you want to get doomed.
Right. Well, then now you might end up getting double doomed if OG did want to go that route and take it for themselves.
Yeah, but it's banned out.
Oh. Well, then never mind. That's a good point. Why are you talking about Doom, though? What the heck? You baited me. Double lasso is still pretty nifty. I like that.
Fnatic's turn to ban.
That's a hero and a half.
I like this. This is gonna be their tanky frontliner. They don't have any kind of dispel for Necro, and their damage besides Dark Willow is pretty much limited. There's no burst damage, so it feels like in these prolonged fights, Necro can deal a ton of damage with his aura and manage to survive. Also, they don't have any kind of a magical burst damage, which Necro is really vulnerable. I assumed they need to ban out something like a Lina, because Lina in the laning stage does so well against Necro.
You just told me about 1200 damage coming from Dark Willow. What are you talking about? No magical damage. It's gonna be the Dark Willow show.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that Dark Willow wants to get on top of Necrolite, and they also have a lot of AoE to deal with Dark Willow. Like you have a Bat Rider, you have a Grimstroke, easy to kill even if she's on low HP.
Okay. They're going to ban out the Venge. They don't want to get the same rundown mid type of play that we saw from OG previously, but that's kind of what Bat Rider allows, by virtue of just being able to snap somebody out of the fight and take him back and kill him from the get-go.
10 seconds remaining.
So, last ban now coming from OG into their 9th pick.
Remaining.
I kind of am liking this more as a position 4 Bat Rider, and they're going to ban the Meepo last again.
They do not want to get cheesed. Second time in a row. 10th ban Meepo. Actually 12th ban.
I wouldn't mind seeing Fnatic try and snap up that brew, or the Broodmother that you were talking about last game.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure that's the greatest pick against Necro. Necro can't sustain. You also can't right-click him because of the Ghost Shroud.
No. I guess then they could, just switch up the Necro to go mid. I was thinking that it was going to be Necro in the offlane with position 4 Bat Rider. All right, OG. 7 seconds. Where are you going?
Fnatic's turn to pick.
All right, it's going to be Thompson Invoker. I assume that's going to be Quaswex Invoker because of the Raid King.
Okay.
So that's like an old school lane Dark Willow Raid King. Nature's Prophet probably will with Spectre. So now they need a hero against Invoker. TA is still in the pool if they want to go for it. But I feel like they need magical burst. I would prefer to have something like Alina.
The thing that's a little bit funky about it, though, is that I think these Quas Wex Invokers, it's a much different lane than we often see. Does TA still beat him pretty bad? Oh, they're going to go for the puck instead.
Select your heroes.
So just that last piece of the draft to pull everything together. Abed wants to keep everybody stuck in the area. So that way they can... Ooh, actually, the coil into Terrorize is kind of cool to snap the tether.
Yeah, also they have something to keep them in place with Spectre's Haunt, which is pretty nicely. And the puck can play on the side lanes, considering that OG does not have that many catch besides Bat Rider ulti.
Man, look at Thompson Invoker's set. He got it all pimped out after TI. Look at this guy. Look at this thing. This is insanity. I've never seen this before.
He looks like a Viking with fiery hands, but he's also a pimp.
It's really kind of bizarre. I don't know how I feel about it. It's like he's trying to cosplay Zeus or something. But nonetheless, we do have the final picks here. Abed going to play on the puck. Thompson Invoker. It's a classic. It will have a Jab's Nature's Prophet likely running at him mid from time to time.
I'm not sure how much kill potential they have on this Invoker. I assume that's going to be Quaswex Invoker because of the Raid King and the way that they can disengage the fight, especially on a Drow Ranger. So having points in Tornado would be more valuable than having a Meteor early on, because they don't lack damage, in my opinion.
Right.
They just, since they don't have any kind of a save hero, Invoker can fit that role.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see it. Got to do this little dealy again, because that's what happens every time. Perfect. And then we're ready to go. Seb gives tops on the tip. No Tail gives onto the tip. Everybody's loving on each other on the OG team. Just in case you guys didn't see it, they have some new profile pictures as well that maybe give a little bit of a hint as far as their bonding activities outside of the game. But
I was trying to figure out what that is.
Yeah.
If someone drew OG, but I guess not. It just looks like a random anime. Shout out to my all Veebs in the chat.
Shout out. Oh. No Tail here. Playing on the Batrider, trying to get a little bit of vision down there with the sticky napalm. He's like, where are these folks at? No, they're around here. Oh, hello? Oh, Ice. He spotted him. He knows he's in the trees. No Tail. Gotta walk away from him here. Do have the stun, and then afterwards, we've got the root. If they want to find their man. No Tail.
Oh, they're gonna block him. Just body block him to death.
Oh god, he doesn't have anywhere left to go. No Tail. Oh man, that's unfortunate. And Ana is gonna try and make something of it, but greetings is the call from Abed.
That's a nicely placed Bramble Maze, and this could also get devorted because Ice is pinging it.
No, has an idea that that's where that was going to be placed. Yeah, and they just sort of ran around the vision. I think that they saw the animation of the sticky napalm coming through the fog of war, and that's what tipped them off to their position.
So this is gonna be a magic stick on Ice's Ice, and the DJ already has a magic wand. I love this build.
Wow. Yeah. Oftentimes people get flamed for basically buying that recipe, but with so many sticky napalms going to be thrown out here, it makes sense.
Yeah, you get flamed in 2K bracket for doing it. In upper brackets, you get a tip and you get a command after the game.
Oh, Jerix, he's fully blocked in here. Just like his buddy on the other side of it, OG might end up losing themselves another. And this kill gets stolen by Jabs. Excuse me? Do you see the Spectre here? What are you doing, buddy? Well, nonetheless, 2-0 start, and Seb already taken a bit of harassment from the trees and from the Spectre, and we'll see if they can take this man down. He does have his Fairy Fire as well as the Death Pulse afterwards, and he's going to actually use the Salve afterwards as well.
How's top lane doing? Batrider just using that stick in a palm, but he's trying to use it from fog so they don't get the charges.
Seeing extra damage they can do. Still a little ways away from that level 2 from No Tail. They need to kill a couple more creeps to make it work, but they still might be able to find the kill nonetheless. Fairy Fire was not enough to keep Ice alive, so No Tail gets the kill there.
You don't expect this kind of aggression early on, considering that both of these heroes were level 2. No points in Aura yet, but now they're gonna go on Drow Ranger. Dark Willow, no points in Curse Crown yet.
Wraith King items? He just sold it, but he had 2 of the magic sticks there. A little bit of a misclick, I guess.
The idea behind it is you get the charges on both of them, then you sell one and keep selling them, rebuying them. Just kidding, no, that's pretty stupid.
I was like, oh god, what have I done? I said something I didn't know about. No Tail. I do know about his death, though. Ice takes him down. And, well, it looks like down bottom here. It's
Wait,
empty,
what?
getting pretty good farm. What's up?
Thompson has 1 CS.
Oh, no. Oh, we're looking everywhere else. That's not good. Well, he's getting the Invis rune now, so maybe he can sneak up on him for a CS.
Gank that creep.
This is,
your CS.
Yeah, this is problematic. He has more denies than CS. That is real bad. Oh, wow. And Abed almost killed him earlier as well.
I mean, that's an Invoker with Precision Aura as well, so he has more attack speed. Usually, if you go for Quaswex Invoker, you get 1 point in Exort, so you can have more damage and easier last hit.
Right. Well, down bottom, we missed the kill there. Jabs.
No. You missed the kill.
Thank you.
I don't want to team up with you on that one.
That's fair enough. Now I missed the other kill. Lacoste, you're making me miss the kills. God dang it. I'll blame that on you. That's definitely not on you.
Yeah, I can see some detours in chat for sure.
Well, I'm just trying to watch what's going on with Thompson here, because this has been a rough one for sure. I mean, this is like par for the course, right? This is what we saw during the documentary, during some True Sight. They came back and they won it. Oh no, tries to run, Fairy Fire, turns to fight. Maybe gonna do it? I mean, Abed's just zoning him out here, and he doesn't have any regen. The courier just got brought out to him. He doesn't have anything.
He doesn't even have gold to buy any regen. And
the tornado to interrupt so he can't jump to his creep, but now the cold snap as well. Abed wanting to run. He's taking some tower shots. Waning Rift could come out in a second. And gets the kill, gets out. On the other side, we did see the Nature's Prophet go down as well. So multiple kills across the area.
This is painful to watch. Sadly, he does not have enough money to buy a bottle, but he can still keep playing aggressive with that Arcane Rune. It's hard for me to focus on any other lanes. I'm just looking at the CS. 23-9 against 6-5.
Yeah, it's a shellacking. That is for sure. I mean, granted, when you go this Quaswex Invoker build, you're gonna have lower base damage, but I don't know. It's feeling like this is just completely falling apart here. 6 and 5, able to phase shift away from that one. He's got level 6 now on this puck. Bottom lane, jabs. Taking some pressure from Mr. Jarex. The right click's coming through, needs one more touch. And it is going to be enough for the kill.
Perhaps you'll be remembered after all.
Now that the Dark Willow is level 4 on top lane, 2 points in Raid Fire Blast. If they just engage on Drow Ranger when they have no sticking up palm charges, they could grab a kill, and there they go.
Yep, movement in, coming in, trying to take down Ana there, and he is going to get stunned, gets killed. Bottom lane, also, MP got completely zoned out by Seb. But they are going to also be able to force back No Tail. So again, it's Seb having a pretty good game. He's top of the CS. But this time, the rest of his team is not really keeping up with him. Oh, if they can find this kill on Abed, this would be huge. All right, cold snap. Abed in some trouble. He doesn't have an orb again for 2 seconds. Drops the coil, drops the fairy fire, everything to get out of there. The tornado is not going to connect. And that keeps the puck alive.
But Seb is not on the hero that... Alright, sorry about that. I was talking about Seb. He's not on the hero that kind of loves to fight early on, doesn't have any ways to engage into a team fight. Has a crown right now, so he might build the Road of Atos, and that could help him out. But this is the hero that you do not want to rotate with. That's kind of a problem, because mid lane is not doing well. Also, Drow Ranger is being pressured. I think Drow Ranger might just go to jungle.
Yeah. Only level 4, but they're losing this tier 1 tower. And feels just like an impossibility dealing with the pressure that's coming out this early on, just in the laning stage. So Ice 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 gets the tower. MP's been able to keep his tower alive. And you've got support and a carry sharing the jungle. Not where you want to be.
Yeah, this looks like my pub. After failing at the laning stage, I go to jungle. My support joins me because he thinks I'm ruining the game on purpose. Coil, mid lane.
Doesn't have a way out of that one. They dropped the Sentry Ward. They were ready. And at least Jarex is going to be here to try and get some counter push play coming. And Abed, he actually used the orb phase shift. Not just the stun. Gets himself out of there. Well, Haunt?
First pawn.
Found that kill into No Tail. And they also spot out... Oh, he actually just haunts back to the other side so that way he can get to lane faster. And then they realize that Ana's just jungling right now. Okay.
Ana's about to hit level 5, which means Spectre on the bottom should have a good time, unless they decide to dive with the Batrider. Is he gonna hit? Yep, there it is. Stroke of Fate. I'm not sure that's enough.
Yeah, not enough movement speed on the No Tail Batrider. Already have boots up on spec. And there is the potential for another initiation here. You have Arcane Rune and Coil gonna pop it now. The rotation comes from Jabs. They already have the Sentry Ward in the area. So this is gonna be a kill on to that Invoker. Another time
Feels like
he goes
that's gonna
down.
be a tower. Yeah, they don't have any ways of dealing with the towers right now. The only one who has a spell is Grimstroke.
Right.
Necrophos jungling, Drow Ranger jungling, and NP is gonna TP, put a deep observer ward.
Yeah, he knows where this Drow is going to be. Anna's still trying to get to level 6 right now. Might be able to recognize that she's sharing a little bit of experience at this point, but they're also going to block out the Ancients. So there won't be any more stacks of this for OG. And in fact, depending upon where they go, yeah, Anna's backing out now. Maybe recognizing people have been off the map for too long. God, 3,000 gold lead at 9.5 minutes. It feels like they've come up with an answer to the OG draft, at least in some way. I don't know if this is just all off the back of this Invoker getting completely destroyed, but it ain't looking good.
Yeah, they're gonna put the pressure on the top lane. Drow Rangers still level 5. If they can get a stun, I assume they just want to wait level 6 on a Dark Willow, then their kill potential is way higher. No tail on the bottom lane, trying to go on Spectre, but he can just TP out. 10-minute mark, bounty runes are gonna spawn. Jabs will pick up 2.
Yep.
They might actually get 4 bounties from this one.
Well, Thompson at least is able to pick up the tower in that bottom lane. Much needed for this Invoker to start to play catch-up. He does have his Urn. I'm going to go into that Spirit Vessel next. But this might be the choice to run now at Jerax. Just send the skeletons at him with the root down as well. Jerax actually takes so much damage. And the skeletons respawn, but they decide to go for the tower instead of for the hero. Had to TP away.
The stench of death is upon you.
Man. Well, a
They
very...
don't have the best combo with the Grimstroke, even though he hit level 6. Yeah, there's a Necro ulti, there's a Lasso, but it's so hard to execute because they don't have any mobility items.
Yeah.
Batrider is position 5. Necrolite has a hood, brown boots. Look at his movement speed. 326.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, it does feel like you sort of are relying upon either the Batrider or, you know, I guess the Invoker to find the fight at the beginning of it and try and enter in there. But it's just not feeling like it's going to happen that easily. As Seb be able to force the puck back. And they're just trying to build towards that timing. And they can get Guardian Greaves up on Necro most likely. And Thompson.
Blink Dagger on Braid King and a TP on a mid lane.
Oh my god, this is huge. If they can kill Seb, the silence, it's so much damage. He is going to get those rotations in though. And that keeps him alive. And they actually had level 6 now on the Batrider pulling in the puck. Do have the Reaper's Scythe to find the kill.
That's a big kill. 50 seconds without puck will definitely slow him down. That was not easy kill to get because Necrophos Magic Wand has a hood. Oh, Jabs.
There is some pretty nice little alt chat banters going on as well. That was costly coming from the Necrophos into you might wish to retract that from the puck. A little bit of mild trash talk coming out. Invoker's still below the Dark Willow, but as you said, that last kill makes a big difference towards getting OG into some items, and particularly the Batrider. Like, he could be another one of those heroes that could maybe start to make something happen if he can get a little bit of alone time in the jungle.
But Seb has a lot of farm, and I talked about them not having enough burst damage for this Necro. Also building towards Guardian Greaves. I love the build because he just wants to be utility, be the tanky frontliner since they don't have one right now.
Oh.
Puck, foil.
They also are going to use this in the mid lane. The Haunt up top trying to find this kill onto Ana, completely isolated. They throw out that Tornado to try and interrupt Ana, doing whatever damage he can. Finds one kill, trying to escape, but Ana is going to drop. So it's a 2-for-1 exchange so far. And they're also going to find themselves Mr. No Tail, but no more stun to throw out there to try and interrupt. And Thompson moving into position. They're going to have a Reaper Scythe in 25 seconds. but it's a bit too far to chase.
Is under attack.
Puck was forced to use a coil on Necrolite to stop his TP on a mid lane, because if Necro was there, I'm not sure that Fnatic could take this fight, which means that Puck will grab a tier 1 tower on a mid lane, which also opens up the jungle for them. Pretty easy to enter right now since there's no tower. Meanwhile, Anna continues to farm in the triangle, has 3 raid bands, working towards that Dragonlance. Pretty standard build on the Drow Ranger.
Yeah. It's a little bit of time to herself, and they were able to get the D ward on the Ancients, so this whole area open. It is still scouted out, though, so right now they are going to realize what's happening on Fnatic. We'll see if they can make something happen with the global lineup. Abed just walks into the lasso and gets destroyed. That was a terrible play. That was awful.
One of those moments, Gabe. I mean, you get initiated on by a Batrider who doesn't even have a Blink Dagger, but has Tranquil Boots, Wind Lace.
He walked into him.
We'll forgive him.
Okay, fair enough. Well, they dropped down the ward here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Get some good vision into the jungle, and the looming threat that you do have in this game for Fnatic is that Spectre.
Yeah, but Spectre has the same amount of farm as Drow Ranger right now, and considering how much Drow got pressured, Drow Ranger also farms way faster than Spectre.
$2,000 gold lead. And still waiting for that next opening here. 40 seconds for MP to have Haunt back up again. Well, they don't even need it. They're just going to jump on him. Starts with the Inkswell, but Dark Willow in position. After we're going to that Shadow Realm, but the dive down bottom. They take down the Nature's Prophet. Abed in position has already used Coil, though, so can't really get the best of follow-up. Seb doesn't have Reaper's Scythe for another 30 seconds, but now they're maybe in a bit too deep, and they find themselves this Necrophos with nothing left in the tank. They're going to be able to chase him down. Tries to make this play here. He does have stick charges back up again in a little while. They want to burst him before he can get the Reaper's Scythe off, and they will. And now the two-person Sprout. They find Ana and Thompson with this one. Fnatic streaming forward and able to take down another kill. A good tornado with the Ice Wall afterwards and the silence. Abed trying to get that kill. Can they get him? No. Ana gets out, and it looks like Thompson might also get out as well. He gets the stun. No more Ghost Walk. Fight me is the call,
no
but
way he's getting out of this.
That will be a dead Invoker. But
That
still.
was a really nice disengage from Invoker. Tornado into Ice Wall, and the nice Gust, which actually kept Drow Ranger alive.
Yeah, very impressive. And it did.
Also,
it was also
two-man Sprout. Oof.
The two-person Sprout. It was a buyback from the Nature's Prophet, but they took down 4. I mean, that's definitely worth it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
So 3,000 gold lead again for Fnatic. How do you sort of transition this? It feels like we've kind of been stuck at the same place as far as objectives go for the past 5-7 minutes, where there haven't been any more towers taken, really. No attempts at Roche. It's just kind of running at each other. 26 kills in 17 minutes.
They don't have the best building hitters. If Drow Ranger is not there, they can't take a fight, which means that they don't have tower damage. Same goes for Fnatic. Like, where does their tower damage come from besides Nature's Prophet?
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
it's kind of just if they leave Wraith King alone for a little while.
Dire's bottom
Cancels the
tower is under
TP at the last second there. They throw down the root. Gonna find that stun onto one. Thinking about throwing out the Terrorize as well, but it's Wraith King who's pushing bottom,
Dire's bottom
while
tower
all of
is
the
under
side
attack.
of OG push up towards the top.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
Rotations?
tower has
Abed?
fallen.
Low on mana.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're gonna back
Also,
out.
Wraith King's going for Radiance, which means that he's gonna scale. He is the off lane, but since they have Puck on a mid lane, they need another hero that they can fight with in the late game. DJ, the old
Terrorize.
Scepter, will have another Shadow Realm.
Yeah, and Jabs is there as well. Can go for the TP out. jabs. Slowed down by Drow. Ana thinking about chasing. They don't have a tower here anymore, but they do find them with the Sprout. Able to TP afterwards. Oh, silence. And jump away, but into the waiting clutches of Thompson and No Tail. Very well done by OG.
After that magnificent start against Invoker, he died. Is it? All right, he died 3 times.
Yeah. And now OG, with Ana online, having all of these items, they're in a position to just walk into the pit, start to take down Roche. They do have Haunt available right now on Fnatic, but trying to go for this pressure here seems a little bit scary. Not sure about this one, as it looks like it's going to be OG just getting this guy for free while the pressure goes up towards the top lane, and Ana picks himself up an Aegis.
That's a cute little play from there. Fnatic did not expect it. Puck has a Blink Dagger right now, so but who does he play with? Like, he can land a good coil, but I guess Haunt is the answer. Nature's Prophet ulti, but we still didn't see a good usage of their global presence.
Yeah, it's been much more just sort of, I guess they've been fairly scrappy, but it feels like that hasn't translated into real objectives for them. A top tier 2 tower going down is pretty good. They took down the bottom tier 1 tower afterwards, but now it's OG who kind of are going to be able to hold on to control with this Aegis and maybe even make something happen. They've got the
OG's
GG
ready
boots.
to fight. Yeah, they have GG boots, as you say, and the Pipe of Insight. There's Spirit Vessel charge, which is kind of huge deal on Invoker, especially with the Cold Snap.
Really good play there by Abed to cut through that creep wave, but not get caught out of position by Ana. And they do still have everybody right behind him. Ana be able to find that Gus. Now the walk away. Cold Snap. It's on to DJ. Needs to back out of there. Eul Scepter and the walk forward. Loses a lot of mana, a lot of life. While the tower is also going down. Spectre on the other side wants to get into the Manta. Has it completed now. But they're going to give up this tier 2 tower and try and just give a little bit more time for the Spectre to farm up. Get towards that Diffusal Blade.
I feel like if they had the Radiance in that previous engagement, they would take a fight. But he was 100 gold short from it. And Jab just doing Nature's Prophet things, cutting the creep waves, using ulti to outpush as much as possible.
Is this their time to fight? For Fnatic?
Position 5 Batrider with Tranquil Boots and Boots of Travel.
Oh my god, they jump now onto poor old Seb, completely left alone, and he goes down. And now they're looking for more. They found themselves the stun with the coil breaking onto Thompson, but there's no detection. They weren't able to connect onto him with that dust from DJ. And so they do find a high priority kill on the Necro, but nothing else.
We still didn't see the full usage of a Grimstroke. Like, there was no soul bind into anything this game.
Yeah. Well, and is there anything that, like, really fits well? It's probably just the Necrophos. I guess, hypothetically, Lasso's pretty cool, too.
And that's it. They could use
Cold
Spirit
Snap,
Vessel, Cold Snap.
Otherwise, it's just items. Speaking of Spirit Vessel, Invoker doesn't have any charges on it right now. A very strange game. It feels like we're kind of going back and forth with it. This Invoker's still such low net worth. He's still providing a lot of utility.
He's forcing Wraith King to get the BKB in this game, and he does not want to get that item early on. Even though he's an offlaner, he kind of fits the carry role besides Spectre. Spectre with Manta style will finish Diffusal Blade. Well, she's actually far away from Diff.
Seb trying to get the burn down, the coil, and meanwhile it's going to wrap on all of them. They're going to be able to find the snap. The combo was there and it was beautiful, but Seb heals back up afterwards, and Ana just trying to lay into all of them. The double Reaper Scythe. Oh, he's got a twin and he is scary. But the Wraith King is able to live through this one, and they do burn through that Aegis. But still, it's the Spectre gone for so long now. And Wraith King getting slowed up. He might just end up going down here. Pops the stick charges, tries to run, tries to get out of there. But he does not have a second ulti. Unlike that Necrophos with the Grimstroke combo. My god.
That was great. I think Wraith King popped a Magic Wand charge before he died because he was low on mana, and after he dies one time, he's so easy to kite with Frost Arrows, with Cold Snap. Even if you just hit Stroke of Fate on him, he feels pretty useless.
Unreal. Well, this is very similar to what we saw before. OG lose 1, but they're still willing to sit in with 3. The Wrath of Nature comes out. They bring down the Grimstroke, actually, and Thompson again interrupting there with the Tornado. They're going to be able to lasso back in jabs, but Ana, standing tall, takes down all of the rest of them. And OG... Look at this play!
No Tail even brought a Flask, and with Spirit Vessel, they have enough sustain. Look at Wraith King. He does not have an ultimate. That's a buyback from Nature's Prophet.
They have to. They need to defend these barracks. You can't afford to go down this low. The Haunt comes in immediately, though. They try and take this fight, but the Deafening Blast to interrupt, and now MP just has to back away. Even these illusions aren't doing enough. OG don't give a damn. They're just running at him.
This is TI winners for you. Necro just came in with GG, Boots, and the Pipe of Insight. That's going to be a barracks, and they're not stopping.
They're TPing the Grimstroke to the shrine to try and get back in, and on his way he's going to pick up some bounty runes, but more importantly, it's the rest of OG standing tall in front of these tier 3s, and it looks like they are finally going to back up as they're trying to check to see if anybody's TPing to the shrine, which Fnatic don't want any more of it. Just give them a little bit extra time, but again, it's like, for so long in this game, it felt like Fnatic were in control, and suddenly Seb hits his timing, finds his items, and it's all over.
Once again, OG's playing nicely around the item timings. GG and the Pipe keeping them alive in a team fight. No Tail on the top lane, might actually die.
They got themselves an opening there, so No Tail is going to drop. And Fnatic not going to roll over without a fight. Smoke up now. They want to keep this pressure on. Can they find anybody else? Thompson is in the mid lane there, but is wisely going to back out. Finishes off his Aghanim Scepter now as well. And they're just looking. They just want to run into him. And they do find Thompson stunned. The Tornado, it missed. Oh, the fear comes out afterwards. The slowdown, it comes. Can they kill him off in time? Thompson trying to get out, but it's not going to happen. Ana, though, has his eyes on this Wraith King. Wants to bring him down, but they do have the Wraith King ulti. A second round coming out as MP tries to chase forward for this Drow Ranger. Seeing if they can play a little bit of interference. A good combo there. The TP away from Ana. Does he get out in time? No. Eul's Scepter lift up. No Tail on the other side's caught. And Jabs has the catch now onto Ana with the stunning coming out. 3 dead from OG. Fnatic strike back.
Huge mistake from OG. They used the Necrophos to TP top, and he was showing on the lane, which gave Fnatic enough info to engage into this fight.
Immediately,
and they can't take a fight without Necro. Yeah.
He immediately queues up the Boots of Travel, realizing I have to be able to be there with the team if there's a fight. Man. So now down to just 1,000 gold lead as we get ready for the next Roche to potentially respawn in 7 seconds. We'll see how long the timer is at that point. And Jabs can keep his tree in there. There's no TA trap this time to scout it out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it looks like it's going to be 1.5 minutes, so OG dodging a bullet there. Not sure if Fnatic could have taken it anyways. Man. This is also that strength of the Nature's Prophet as well. You see these obs wards that are played down deep in enemy territory. And they see that Thompson was there with that Observer Ward. They find him, Deafening Blast to try and keep him alive, but they're going to run this man down. His Invoker is going to drop. And now they're getting set up to maybe continue the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, this Spirit Vessel doing amazing things. Against Invoker, against Necrophos, he has one way of dispelling it with the Guardian Greaves, but if it's on cooldown, he goes down so quickly, especially if they engage with Puck, use a Dream Coil, Terrorize on top of that. They still have no BKBs.
Yeah.
Like you do not want to buy a BKB on Necro. That's the thing, because you can't use the Ghost Shroud. You just want to tank up. He almost has Aghanim Scepter, which is going to be their team fighting ulti. Just lower the cooldown on it, and way easier to execute with Grimstroke.
We also have the level 20 coming up soon for the Wraith King, the no reincarnation mana cost. That so often makes the difference against these mana-draining heroes. But the other danger zone is going to be Seb picking up his Aghanim Scepter and having level 3 ulti. 40-second cooldown. Once you get that Aghanim Scepter. And it is done.
Roche is up.
Where do they decide to go? Diffusal Blade also done. The Spectre, who has definitely fallen by the wayside as far as all of the other cores, the exception of Invoker. It's been a little bit hurting. And it does feel like after those 3 deaths, Abed's been able to pull it together a lot more, get back on his feet, and he's now having a much better game.
Yeah, his positioning at the early and the mid game was not that great. He's gonna go in, tries the bait.
That was a good bait. Blinks and then immediately jaunts back to his orb.
They're just waiting for Spectre to have a haunt, and then they're gonna take a fight. They will keep scouting the Roche, see what's inside if they're doing it. Also, bounty runes are spawning 30-minute mark.
That is the strength of having these boots of travel as well. Run down there on No Tail, pick them up, and head out afterwards. Make sure there's no power rune. And, they can play around their shrine as well. So,
Smoke from Fnatic. Wraith King turning off the Radiance. Oh my god, look at that attack speed whenever you pop that precision aura.
They found No Tail. Ana, he's in the middle of them though. The Blade Mail, it's coming out. Ana can't hit him anymore. Now MP is on top with that Diffusal Blade, trying to find the kill. The Yule Scepter combo comes out from DJ. Terrorized afterwards. It connects onto all 3 of them. They're in the coil as well. He's going to drop as they find that kill onto Ana. He goes down, but now the Grimstroke, the turnaround. Do they have it? The double Reaper Scythe. It's enough to kill one, but not the other. No Spectre for 100 seconds. No buyback either. Wraith King is going to go down in this Radiance. Actually not being up means that No Tail will live through the first salvo of it, but they do find themselves the secondary kill. The tornado, rather meteor coming down and landing onto his head. Seb, can he get out of there in time? He's just barely able to walk away, and they can't find that kill. Dagon, everything, the whole kit and caboodle, but they do finally find him. Abed manages to get that kill. Silence afterwards, jaunts back. Abed trying to escape, has a Yule Scepter, and we'll have a blink in a second. Gets the phase shift, and now the jump away, has a coil as well, but Abed played his way out of it. 3 for 3.
Abed did so much in that team fight because of the Arcane Rune, and also had a Dagon, his Dream Coil, just refreshed. They need another kind of Dispel for Necrophos. Lotus Orb is must-have item. You can get rid of a Curse Crown, any kind of a Silence, and most importantly, the Spirit Vessel.
Man, unreal. And you look at the gold that Abed got in that fight. Over 1,000 for killing off the Necrophos solo.
Behold.
He's now going to be able to build into that Dagon. You said they needed that burst for the Necrophos, and Abed's getting it.
Greetings.
So 32 minutes in. It's 1,000 gold lead right now for Fnatic, just under it.
Problem is they don't have a ways to deal with this Dark Willow. Every single time she's uncontested in a team fight, she's getting good terrorizes off. Same goes for Bramble Maze. They're deciding where and when they want to fight.
Man, I was really not a believer in this Dark Willow, but DJ has had a heck of a game. Those terrorize with the puck combo, so good. Oh, down bottom. Just when it happens and it looks good, this is going to be the cost occasionally. You lose your puck. So Seb finds that kill.
Just a casual 130 seconds on puck.
And as you can see, no buyback either. 260 gold away from it. Remember when Ags used to take away the ability to buy back?
Yeah, please no. Yeah, we do not want to have that in Dota 2.
Jarex walks up a hill and finds a greeting party there. The Haunt comes out afterwards. Who are they going to find? Ana, they jump onto him, jumping back and forth. The stun comes out. The Gust afterwards, trying to escape now. The rest of his team left him behind. The Glimmer Cape, though, is going to be enough to keep him alive, and the Fear pushes that Necrophos away. He's the main key to killing off the Spectre. Maybe they just punch him to death.
Oh, they had
Unreal.
another Reaper sight.
Well, they find themselves 2 kills, and it's a long time before the Spectre or the Puck are going to be back in this game, and oh, the Cold Snap also. Tornado coming in from downtown finds the Wraith King, and they have Reaper Scythe up again. They find their man. They are going to have him for the second life, a second time. Blade Mail actually spot by the Spectre while he's dead, but that is a dead Wraith King. He does have buyback, but...
Man, they can do whatever they want right now.
Yeah. No doubt.
Like, you want to finish this Roche before you go, even though they're dead for such a long time. Or they might actually grab a kill on Dark Willow instead. This Cold Snap cooldown on level 15 heal the time, and they don't have a single BKB on side of Fnatic. Jabs, another buyback on him.
Not what you want to have happen. Has to push out that mid lane to the best of his ability. But it's feeling like this is OG's game at this point with the 5,000 gold lead. I mean, we've seen it swap back and forth, but this timing now where you've got the Necrophos and Drow Ranger being fully online, 3,400 gold right now in the bank, and Ana just ready to march down. So they don't know about Wraith King's buyback status.
They assume he has it at this point, but they're going for tier 4s. Oh my god, look at that attack speed. Alacrity, level 20 with Butterfly.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Ana just hidden away. Freaking Fiend. So much damage on this tier 4, and they can't wait for the Wraith King. They have to buy back on him, but they're going to try and time it with the Dark Willow being back up and alive as well. The buyback now on the Wraith King, going to throw out the dagger, connects onto Ana. Chase 4, Yule Scepter lift up. There is no BKB right now on Ana, but they need to be able to take her down and deal with the Aegis afterwards. So much damage coming out with that Dagon, and now they're trying to isolate Jarek, see if they can find that kill. It's actually going to be a catch onto an illusion here, and the Blade Mail is already out. It's going to be a lot of damage, but it is going to be a dead Spectre. 2 minutes. Wraith King's coming back in a second. The Fear again comboing together with the Coil, but it's not nearly enough damage. OG are just running away from them and then killing them off afterwards. Thompson gets the jump away. Do they have the Dagon kill? It looks like they'll probably take down Thompson down there to the south. But the bigger problem is going to be everybody else.
But Drow Ranger is alive, and the Spectre gone for a minute and a half. Same goes for Wraith King, who bought back. This is game. GG's called.
Well, OG come in and take down Fnatic, who came in third at the last tournament that they attended, which was the DreamHack event. And you start to wonder, are they fully back and online? This team came in and completely dismantled Fnatic.
I feel like they did not play aggressive enough with the Puck. He got caught way too many times in this game, and they did not use the global presence that they had to actually get on top of Drow Ranger. After she fall back to a jungle, you need the pressure. Put down some wards, and every time the Haunt is up, every single coil, try to play around it and grab a kill on Drow Ranger. Also, this just shows how good of a hero Drow Ranger is.
Yeah. I think that people are going to definitely need to at least start thinking about first phase ban, because again, you look at what this Fnatic draft was meant to do. Is built to deal with Drow Ranger. You've got Spectre, you've got Nature's Prophet, like all these heroes to jump on, or even the Wraith King, which I guess also was in some ways an answer for the Necrophos. But holy heck, really, really impressive showing from OG. Lacoste.
I think No Tail's positioning was great. He caught Puck way too many times from the jungle, just using the Firefly. He did not even have a Blink Dagger. He had Boots of Travel, Tranquil Boots, a casual Windlace, and this kind of initiation should not happen.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Well, my man, we are waiting for a next match to figure out what we're going to see played out. But spoiler alert to all you folks out there that are keeping track at home. Right now, EG versus Cole is going on. EG is up 1 game over Complexity. If they win the next game, that means we're going to have a winner's match in Group D of EG versus OG. The rematch, we all know what this is about. We all know the story, the headlines, the everything, the stare down. Call it what you will, but it might be happening all over again. Lacoste, we're going to be casting that one. If it does indeed happen, how you feel?
That's going to be hype. Probably two of the teams who have the biggest audience and biggest fan base. So it's going to be hype. Whoever wins or loses that one will get bashed no matter what.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in just a few with our final series of the day while we wait for EG versus Cole to finish off. So stick around, everybody. More to come from the MDL Paris Disney Major right after this.